Hey there, everybody, it's your friend, your ally, the ever-loving Levite Lost coming at you once again, and this time I have Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters. This is a trade paperback. It's a few years old at this point. This was I'd like to say the New 52 era of DC, maybe? I'm not sure, maybe a little later than that. Whichever reboot we're on now, I forget. DC is rebooting like every 5 or 10 years at this point. I'm confused. But anyways, let's get into it. This book is the way to do an Uncle Sam story. I reviewed Uncle Sam a few weeks ago, a Vertigo series about him, and it was just depressing to read, honestly. I didn't like it at all. But this is the way to go, because the Uncle Sam character in this book is something else entirely. He's like your favorite uncle. He's like that cool uncle that always hangs around. He's really encouraging. It's a good character in this. He's a good, wholesome character because he's optimistic about what's going on, and he's honest, he's brave, he's humble. He's just got a lot of good, noble, heroic characteristics that I really think are missing in a lot of characters that are being created these days. Because I'm seeing a trend. There's been a trend, I'd say, for the past, 10 years or so, to make characters dark and gritty. And they've mistaken dark and gritty for selfish and self-centered and just depressed. But here we have a character, that's the complete opposite. Like I said, optimistic, humble, respectful, compassionate. I just really like what's going on here. And all the other characters here they're good characters. They got stuff going on. They have depth to them that you might not have seen beforehand. Like I say here, Doll Man, he's got good depth to him because early on, they discuss certain issues with the character, like he was an assassin, and he's feeling guilt over all the people he's killed. And so Uncle Sam convinces him to essentially turn his life around, quit the senseless killing, almost. Well, it's not really senseless, but he just says, stop killing. You can do other things that are heroic, that are good for your country, that are patriotic, that are going to help people without having to kill. I thought that was a really good thing here. And then you have characters like the Human Bomb, who feels guilt, the same sort of guilt over the people he's killed accidentally, because when he first gained his powers, he caused an atomic explosion. Because that's his abilities, he explodes. He's the Human Bomb. And he's feeling all sorts of guilt over that. And he's also got this thing where he can't come in contact with other people, because if he's outside his containment suit, he's radioactive. So he can't come into contact with other people, and if he doesn't take a certain medication every 12 hours, he blows up. And he could kill himself and everyone around him miles around. It's just extremely dangerous. Like I said, this book's just fun. It's bright, it's vibrant, the art's really good. I really like the art. And it's just got good character moments throughout, where the characters are struggling with things and trying to help each other get through that stuff, Like they're working together as a team, even though there's bits of conflict within. I can't say enough about this book. It's a type of book that could have gone way darker than it did. Way darker, grittier, gorier, whatever you want to describe it as. Because essentially what it is a person within the United States government who's in control of a metahuman project. The character's Father Time. And he has framed Uncle Sam and the Freedom Fighters for acts of terrorism, and is trying to turn the public against them. And with a story set up like that, it opens you up for all sorts of ways to go extremely dark. And there are some dark moments in here. Like there's a moment where Father Time rips someone's pinkies off because they failed a mission. There's dark moments, to be sure, but it didn't go as far down the hole as it might have gone. And I really respect the writers for that, because they made a fun story with big stakes, but they still kept it fun, That's all I gotta say. If you see this at your library, you can find a good copy for, a good price. I suggest you pick it up and you read it. Give it a glance, give it a read through, because it's worth your time to read. I really like this one. I would recommend it to anyone. But that's all I have to say about that. So I'll talk to you next time here on Levite Lost.